Hi, everybody. This is Lisa Dolly. I'm the Executive Director of Mount St. Mary's University Online, and I'd like to thank you for joining us today for our webinar on taking control and advancing your career. Today we have with us Brittany Manzer, who's the Associate Director of Career Services and Internships at Mount St. Mary's, Los Angeles. And we're really happy to have you here. Just so everybody knows, this session is being recorded and it will be made publicly available on the internet. So Brittany, we're going to turn it over to you at this point.
Thank you very much, Lisa. I'm happy to be here. As you just heard, my name is Brittany. I'm the Associate Director of Career Services and Internships, and I'm really excited to chat with you all today and give you some information about what Career Services does and how we can support you and your career goals. So here's a little bit about what I'm going to talk to you about during our webinar today. So as I just said, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how we support you, kind of an overview of our services. One of the top things I want to do is show you some of our go-to resources and the tools that I would suggest that you utilize to really advance your career. And I'll give you a little tour and demo of those on our website on the portal page. And then I'll also do a demo of Mount Career Network, which is our job and internship board. And then we'll have some time for a Q&A as well. So if you do have questions, you're welcome to type them into the chat box on the right-hand side. And at the end, we'll loop back around and be able to respond to some of your questions. So I'm going to jump in now. And just to kind of give you a little bit of background about what Career Services is, because sometimes our name isn't quite clear about what it is we're here to do for you. But basically, we're here to help you figure out what your career goals are. And if you already know your career goals, to help you define how you advance your career goals and achieve success. And whatever that looks like for you, we're here to help you define it further, set some milestones for yourself, and really leverage the resources that are available to you to be successful and to really know that you have a support network both online and here on our campuses as well. So whatever your goals are, we are here to support you. Basically, this is kind of a synopsis of what career development looks like for us, and we're here to help really you connect your story, so whatever your goals are, like I just mentioned, to a purpose-driven career. So we definitely want all of our students at the Mount to feel like they have a purposeful career, that they are passionate about what they do, that they are energized by spending time at their workplace, since we spend a lot of our time at work, and that they know what the world of work needs as well, so that you're not just focusing on what you're passionate about and what you love, but that you're also looking at what is the world of work looking for? What are some of the top skills of the 21st century that I should be developing, and how is your degree and your time in your program helping you prepare for those skills? And what are some of the other skills that you need to develop further? And this is kind of a snapshot right now on the screen of a recent 2016 report from NACE, which is the National Association of Colleges and Employers. And that's a really good resource for you, which I'll link to later, that gives good reports from both the employment side of the world and also college campuses, that speaks about what are the top skills that people are looking for, what are the attributes that employers look for from a variety of industries on your resume, how do you sell yourself during interviews and things like that. So I want to put a little snapshot up here of some of those top skills. And I know it's kind of hard to see on the screen, but like I said, I will link to this later. I did pull out some to highlight for you here on the right-hand side. You'll see that some of the things I pointed out here, like leadership skills, problem solving, adaptability, technical skills, a lot of those skills you probably think sound like you. They're skills that you're developing through your program, especially as an online student. You're adaptable and flexible for the 21st century world of work, and we can really help you hone those skills and help you sell them to employers. So I wanted to highlight that for you as well, because we are trying to help you connect what you're passionate about, what you're learning in the academic sense, to your career preparation. So now moving on to how we do that, how we prep, how we help you prep. So we basically help you prep through what I kind of think of as 3 different categories. We help you explore, we help you prepare, and we help you get experience. So looking at the first area of exploration, these are some of the tools or ways that we help you explore. And when I'm talking about exploring, I'm talking about more of that kind of defining your goals, figuring out what you're interested in. If you know what industry you're generally interested in, kind of getting a better sense of what are some paths to get to your end goal, your dream career. Some of us have like that dream career in mind, but we need a better sense of what are some of the entry-level positions or some of the pathways into that career, and we can help you define that. We also can help you get a better feeling for what are some other industries that are out there that are similar to ones that you're interested in. So helping you kind of expand your options. There are new careers created every day, and if you look at academic majors, there are a variety of them, but there's obviously not the same amount of academic majors as there are jobs in the world. There's a lot of jobs in the world, and that grows every day with advances in technology and globalization. So we can help you kind of connect and see how diverse your skill sets are in connection to work. And we do this in a variety of ways. We can help you through resources that I'm going to demonstrate for you towards the end of our webinar on our website, resources that help you explore who you are, what your personality type is, what your interests are, and how those connect to jobs. We also do it through career planning seminars or classes, both online and in-person classes. We also have resources to help you explore occupations and industry sectors, because it can be difficult to dig through all the information out there online, and we can help you redefine that a little bit further and get a better sense of what are some of the best resources for you to gain that information. So that's kind of a variety of the ways that we help you explore. We also offer individual counseling, and right now we do that more so in person, but we're still expanding the ways that we're serving our online students, so you can feel free to reach out to us and we can talk further about that, and I'll provide you our contact information at the end. Moving on to the second step that I talked about, the preparation phase. All of this is really preparation, but when I'm talking about the preparation tools here, I'm speaking more to the next step after exploration and really moving on to the action-oriented things. So developing a resume and cover letter, practicing your interview skills, creating a LinkedIn profile, so your online virtual presence, your networking both in person and online, those skills and professional etiquette skills. And we can do that in a variety of ways. We do have a lot of industry panels and events on campus, and this last year we started doing some virtual sessions as well. So we've had Department of State did a session with us this last year, and we're continuing to grow our different virtual options and also just recording some of our sessions. So we had a Dress for Success fashion show last academic year, and we recorded that, and that will be online as well. So we're trying to expand the resources that we have available to all of our students for preparation. In terms of getting experience, this is one thing that your academic program is definitely helping you with, and we can help you expand those opportunities as well by helping you find other opportunities to develop skills outside of the classroom. So we help you primarily through our Mount Kern network, which I'll demo for you in a little bit, and that is our online job board. And when I say job board, I mean it's the place where you want to go to connect with employers for jobs, for internships, for volunteer opportunities. And this is things here in LA area, but also globally. So we get postings for all over the world and all types of positions. And it's a really great place for you to go because these employers are saying they want Mount students. So they're really seeking you out. So we have a lot of great opportunities there. And I'd say the majority of the positions that we get there are in the nursing and health related field and business field. So we have great opportunities for our students. The other items here are kind of some top tips about the places or types of experiences that you might want to get some skills in and develop your skills in, and it really depends on your field of interest. That's something we can talk to you further about one-on-one and discuss your opportunities and how those fit with your career industry of interest. This here is just the brief instructions about how to register on Mount Kern Network, but I'm going to go live, as I said, to demo this for you. So I'm going to switch gears to do that demo of our portal page of Mount Kern Network now. And so let me switch over. Okay. So now you should be able to see you should be able to see the portal, and our page for career services is under the Student Life tab. So you click on Career Services and Internships under Student Life, and you'll be brought to our portal page. And on this page, we have tons of information and lots of resources for you. This is something that we're constantly updating and adding more handouts to. It's a space that you can access all the time, so it's your 24/7 career center here. And on the left side, you'll right away have contact information for us. You'll see my face and my colleagues' faces and our contact information, so you know who we are, how to get in touch with us. If you have any specific follow-up questions, our information is always here for you. And when I scroll back to the top here, I've placed some of the kind of must-know information towards the top of our portal page here. We have links to Mount Career Network, which is the job board. I'm going to first jump into that, and I'm going to do that on another screen, so bear with me. So this page right here is a view of what Mount Kern Network would look like once you've logged in. So if you click on the Mount Kern Network link from that portal page, it'll take you to a page where it says either log in or register. So if you've never logged in before, you'll go through the registration steps. You're basically going to be using your Mount email address and your student ID. There are instructions on there, so I won't list them for you, but it'll guide you through the process, and you'll be able to create a profile that gives you access to this great resource. And you can explore some of the many resources within the Mount Kern Network. I'm going to point out a couple to you really fast. The first one I want to point out to you is under our Resources tab. If you click on Career Explorer or Career Finder, both of these are tools that help you find different career paths and industries. So it's basically a way to do research about what careers are, what the occupations are within different careers and different sectors. So if you are really interested in doing something in the health field, but you want to know what your different options are, or what are some kind of non-traditional nursing-related careers, this tool can help you define that further. So you can play around with this and look into different careers. You can even see which careers are growing, which I really like. So you'll see this little sun next to careers that mean that field is growing, so they're hiring more. And that's something you definitely want to know, so that you have a better clue that you're working towards a degree and working towards a career that there are going to be opportunities in as well. So you can kind of be strategic in your decisions there. So I really like the Career Explorer and Career Finder area within the Resources tab. Another great tool for you is in the Jobs area. As I said, the job board here in Mount Kern Network is helpful for things throughout the US and some global opportunities as well. My favorite thing to do in the job board is go to the advanced search, because in the advanced search you can really control what it is you're looking for. So for instance, you could say that you're looking for something 30 miles within a certain zip code, and you could be specific and say you're open to both full-time and part-time positions. And you could select industries, and you could select multiple industries. So I'm just going to select a few different things here just to give you an example. So if we select several things here and press search, it will come up with a list of job opportunities that are posted right now. And these opportunities give a brief overview, so it has a position name, when the deadline is to apply, the location for the position, and then you can always click on the position for more details. And you can even star it, so you can favorite the position so that it's saved for later for you to come look at. So I like those features. The other thing I really like about it is that you can save these searches. So if you click Save Search, you can name this and say, okay, this is my my full-time and part-time business search. And you can even have the system email you every week when there are new postings that come up that match your search filter. So it's a really great way to take a few seconds to set up a search and then save yourself time in the long run, because the system will send you emails when new positions pop up that match your filters. And that way you know when new positions are available. Like I said, you can save multiple searches. I don't know if I said that, but you can save multiple searches. And that'll allow you to search in different locations for different types of positions, but always be in tune with what's available and different opportunities. So play around with the advanced searches and saved searches. Reach out to us if you have questions about how to navigate things. You can always call our office, and our student staff or one of us can help you with this. But I wanted to give you a little bit of a demo here so you get a feeling for how to navigate this resource. When you do find a position that you want to apply for, let me open one for an example. Typically what you'll see in this application status box here or area here, usually there'll be an apply button, but you'll notice mine says you don't have any resumes available to apply with. So that's because you need to upload resumes and documents into your documents tab right here. So you'll want to be able to prepare your resume and put it into the documents tab, and I will transition in a second back to some resources that will help you to do that. But you'll want to read through the job description and make sure that that's how they're directing you to apply. Sometimes companies will say, email us directly with your resume, but for the most part, we do see a lot of companies use this apply button that will populate here once you have a resume and cover letter in this section, in the document section. Okay, I am going to go back over to our portal page now. So I gave you a little demo of Mount Career Network now. Another one of our go-to resources that I wanted to point out is Big Interview. I'm not going to go in here and demo because there's so much in there that you can explore, but Big Interview is a really great online resource for you where you can watch demo videos of how to interview. They'll show you prompts about what types of questions you can expect. You can even get industry-specific interview examples, so you can get a better feel for really what will happen during an interview in different fields and for different jobs. And you can also record yourself doing a mock interview, and you'll have timed sections to respond to interview questions. You can watch your responses. You'll be able to get feedback on how you did during your interview time, and you'll be able to see some samples of how you can improve your interview skills. Really cool resource. Play around with it, watch some demos, and do some practice with it as well. The other thing you can do is jump into our handouts and quick links section here, and you'll find resources like our Interview Like a Pro handbook that you can open and download. It's a great PDF that has sample interview questions and strategies to prepare for interviews. We also have things like the resume handbook, so that will help you to prepare your resume and also your cover letters for the cover letter handbook when you're getting ready to apply to positions through Mount Career Network. We also have a new career success timeline that we just added here, which is a really great way to kind of plan your career preparation, kind of based on like a 4-year plan, but obviously that's flexible to each individual. So a lot of fun resources here, including things for resources like LinkedIn, which I mentioned earlier. And then we have these great career exploration resources. So I mentioned earlier that we help you explore your career and figure out what you're interested in and kind of who you are and what your personality type and preferences, how they relate to the world of work. And these resources can really help you to do that, help you kickstart that process. And sometimes you already know a lot of that about yourself, but what these resources can do is help you kind of articulate that a little bit clearer. So the first couple of resources here are really focused more on helping you explore what those different occupations are within different industries. And then the other ones that I've listed here, like the assessments, are resources that you can take that are kind of like tests. You probably hear people refer to them as personality tests or interest tests that help you explore who you are, how your preferences, so whether you prefer to work with people or work alone, whether you are very analytical, things like that, how those different preferences relate to your strengths in the workplace. And they're very useful when you're prepping for an interview, because it helps you get a better sense of where you thrive and what your strengths are, and also helps you see how are those related to different jobs. So you'll see that some jobs tend to have more extroverted people in them, but all jobs have all personality types represented in them, and that's a really cool thing about all of our workplaces. So they're good tools, but don't look at them as kind of being prescriptive. It's more just to help you explore who you are a little bit more and feel more confident. Feel free again to reach out to us as you're using these tools, because sometimes it can be a little overwhelming looking through all those resources. So those are some of our go-to tools here. When we do have our events scheduled for the academic year, you can go to the events tab here to find out more about those events. Most of them are on campus, but we, like I said, we are starting to do more virtual things, so we will have some opportunities there. And when you scroll down on a page, you can feel free to browse our other resources. The other one I want to point out to you is in the job search area here. We have some great resources to help you explore and prepare for the job search, particularly some resources like what are the 21st century skills that the career world is looking for, what are some of the kind of typical salaries and negotiation tactics that people use on the job search, and some other tools to help you explore some typical interview processes that different companies use, and get some kind of reviews on different companies from employers and recruiters, which is really great. It's kind of like these Glassdoor and Webfeed are kind of like Yelp for employers from an employee perspective. So I really like those resources. So that was a really quick overview of some of our resources here. As you can see, there's a lot of things on the portal page there, but that is a brief synopsis of what we offer you and some of the resources that you can access on our portal page. As I said, you can contact us via our contact information here on the portal page, and then I'll also pull back up our main information here, so you have that contact information and our phone numbers and our social media information as well. So I want to turn it back over to see if there are any questions from either from Lisa or from our audience. And I want to thank you for joining us today, and I hope to hear from all of you, and I wish you the best of luck in your career. Let's see if there's any questions.
Thank you so much, Brittany. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to speak up or type them in chat, either one. I'll start with a question while we're waiting. A lot of students coming in need work right away, Brittany, and then there are things that happen as you move through your college career, and even afterwards when you're an alumni. You might be looking for work 1 or 2 years after you graduate. How soon and how far into the life cycle of the student life do you help support students?
I think that's a great question. Thank you for bringing that up, because I forgot to specify when we start helping you and for how long. So you, as students and as alumni, you have access to our support for your career goals. So we continue to help alumni with their job search process. The students, alumni will continue to have access to that career network as well. So as soon as students have a student ID, they are able to log into Mount Career Network and begin looking for jobs. So that process and that cycle can happen immediately. I always suggest when students ask me when they should start looking for a position, my answer is always now, whenever it is people ask. That doesn't mean that you necessarily are going to find something right away, or that if you're looking for something in a year that you need to start right that second. But I think it's good to get in the habit of some of those preparation tools I mentioned. So resume prep, getting familiar with Mount Career Network and the advanced searches, so that you can kind of get some of the legwork done and get comfortable with it ahead of time. That way, when you really are in crunch time, you already know the tools and are familiar with it. So I think that process starts right away, but it's definitely individual for every person. And there are kind of peak times when recruiters are hiring for certain industries, and a lot of the job search links that we have on our portal page can help define that for students a little bit further. But hopefully that kind of addresses your question. Is there anything I need to clarify a little bit further there?
No, that was really helpful. And then Patty mentioned down below that HR is posting a position soon for work study students. So I did have a question about jobs versus internships versus work study versus global opportunities. Do you guys run the gamut of supporting all of those types of opportunities?
Yes, we do. So we, on Mountain Career Network and in general with prepping, helping students prep, we do run the gamut with those. I would say on Mountain Career Network, will find less global opportunities. So we have more work study positions, internships, and part-time jobs posted there. But in terms of us prepping students, helping them get ready for opportunities, we help for all of them and look at all of them the same. To me, I look at all of them as just getting experience. That's different for everyone and different for every field. But we help students in every capacity, and work study positions are posted on Mountain Career Network. One thing that I'll point out too on our portal page, on the Get Experience tab, we do have My World Abroad, which I didn't point out before. If students are interested in a lot of global opportunities or are just very location specific, My World Abroad is a really great resource that we provide that gives resources for kind of strategies that are more location specific. So a lot of our resources are going to be kind of focused a little bit more on the LA area or California, US based. My World Abroad is going to be more globally focused, and will help individuals find more world kind of just broader opportunities abroad and strategies and ideas about what a resume looks like in different countries and different interview strategies they need to be aware of. So we have other resources for global prep too.
Yeah, that is really cool. I had no idea that you guys offered such a high level of support over in career services. It's really amazing. My son just graduated from another college, so I need to get him back in his career services.
I always say I wish I would have done career services when I was an undergrad. I had
I
no
know,
idea that
like
all this
I
was
missed
available.
out on all of that type of support. It's really powerful. Are there other questions or comments from anybody that's online? Okay, I don't think we have any other questions. Could you mind putting up your contact info one more time as the last slide?
There we
Okay,
go.
so just want to thank everybody who's joined us today and who may be joining us in the future, and encourage you to reach out to us on Brittany directly if you're needing support with career services, or any one of us at MSMU online, and we would love to help you in your college career and your real career.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. Thank you so much for joining us today, Brittany. Really appreciate your time and your support.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
I know that we can